Hello. I want to teach as many people how to save U.S. taxes legally uh, if they're making 1099 income taxes. So if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, franchise owners, professionals, if you're a tradesperson, or if you're in sales, or if you're 1099 income earners. The Spendthrift Trust is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. Unfortunately, I can't help W-2 income earners, but Google says 35% of W-2 income earners have a side hustle. That was me back in 2018. I was working as a Medicare broker, and I wholesaled 7 bank-owned properties. If you're making 1099 income, make at least $100,000 a year in 1099 income, I guarantee you will save 5 figures in taxes every single year. The Spendthrift Trust comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England. He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England, and they went back to the 12th century, the Magna Carta, and said, oh, no, 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 King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law that came from England to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that's going to turn 365 years old in 2026. We just had our 250th birthday. Our current tax structure went into effect February of 1913, and the super rich families of 1913, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Kennedys, made sure they could save taxes. Well, if they can save taxes, we can save taxes. Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm known as a tax saving champion. On April 4th, 2020, my CPA called to say congratulations. I had made so much money in 2019, my tax bracket went from 22% to 24%, and all of a sudden I owed $94,000 in taxes. Middle of COVID, everything I was doing with bank owned properties had shut down. I had nothing coming in, and I only had $50,000 saved. His solution: oh, set up an appointment with me. I'll get you on a payment plan, pay interest and penalties. My solution: research how the rich save taxes. I had read an article about the Rockefeller Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. It's 7 generations old and has over 400 people under the same EIN, or employee identification number. If the Rockefellers could save money, why couldn't Sally Gimmon save money? I did take a HELOC off my paid off townhouse, defeats the purpose of being paid off, to pay my tax bill. And it took me 5 months of research until I started both my business and beneficial trust in September 2020. I started teaching a mastermind in my Phoenix real estate group so other investors with the beneficial trust would know how to stop paying capital gains when they sell something at a profit, stop paying interest income taxes if they're a passive investor, stop paying dividend income taxes if they're in the stock market, stop paying rental income taxes if they're a real estate investor, and stop paying royalty income taxes if they have talent or NFTs. I was doing very well with that. The gentleman who made me his affiliate, I had talked to him on a Thursday afternoon. He was going to email me something. He hadn't done it. I called him back on a Tuesday, the Tuesday afterwards. A woman picked up his phone, and unfortunately, he had passed away because of a burst appendix in the hospital on Saturday. I thought my cash cow was gone. I was doing real estate, but helping people save money with the Spendthrift Trust is an amazing thing. 2 days later, on Thursday of that same week, the law firm that I work for called me directly and said, "Hey, we're sorry about Ron. I know you were his affiliate. You've sold 14 beneficial spendthrift trusts. We would like you to become a direct affiliate of the law firm." So this is why I do these videos, because I want as many people to know how they too can save taxes. Today we're talking about the Business Spendthrift Trust. This is for business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, professionals, salespeople, people in the trades, or if you're self-employed. If you make at least $100,000 a year, you will save taxes. Now, I found this is a client that I was out in Arizona last April, I think, or maybe it was May, and I got to speak to both his wife, then to him, and then to both of them at the same time on Zoom when I came back to North Carolina. He's an anesthesiologist. He has his own office with 2 other anesthesiologists, and he works out of 2 separate hospitals in Arizona. They told me how much money they were making. They were at 35% tax bracket. This is 2025 numbers, but I put 2026 numbers to it. So in 2026, they will save $200,038 in federal and state income taxes. That breaks down to $182,538 in federal taxes, and again an additional $17,500 in Arizona state income taxes. They can use this money to put back into his practice, to pay off their mortgage, to buy a new vehicle. They have 3 adult children. They have, I think, 4 grandchildren. They can start college funds for their grandkids. They can take everybody on a vacation if they want to. They could give to their favorite charity, or they could save retirement. Now, he started the trust. He's also an affiliate of mine. He told his 2 partners in their office about the Spendthrift Trust. They too are saving federal and state income taxes, but because he's my affiliate, he signed up for that, he also made an extra $2,000. Now, this is somebody making quite a bit of money. If you make at least $100,000 a year, you would save 5 figures in federal and state income taxes no matter how you file your taxes. There's 4 ways. Single's the most expensive way. A head of household, you're divorced with children 18 or younger in your household. You are filing married separately or filing married jointly. The cheapest way. If you're married, please file jointly. The 2 of them file jointly. Again, if they started this in May of 2026, per month in May, he would have saved $16,699. In June, he would save $16,699. Again in July, again in August, September, October, and November. Now, there are 3 adult children. One is also a doctor. He's underneath the 3 adult children are all beneficiaries of his trust. They do not need separate trusts. It goes from generation to generation. It's an amazing document. Now, if you would like to find out more information, because I'm just doing a very quick thing now, you can set up an appointment with me. Oops. TheTrustIsYou.com scheduling. Sorry, the G went down to the next line. That's my fault. I set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. I'm going to find out if you're married, single, head of household, or how you file, what state you live in, and I will give you, and how much you make, and I will give you a quote. It's not a sales call. I'm showing you exactly how much you're going to save in taxes and email it to you. It's your timeline to get this started. If you want to get more information, I have a free masterclass at The Great Discovery. If you go out to my first name and my last name, Sally Gimmon, squished together, you're going to get to The Great Discovery. You're going to register as a learner. Do not pay anything. Register as a learner. And the class is called Save U.S. Taxes Legally. There, you can translate this class into 165 languages. You're going to get 3 articles from Forbes I did not write. You're going to get 2 pages of case law so you can research this to your heart's content. And you're going to get examples of clients saving thousands of dollars. Again, my goal is to teach as many other people the secret of the rich. I knew what I was looking for. I had a $94,000 tax bill, and it still took me 5 months. Now that I am a direct representative of the law firm that was started 78 years ago by a Harvard law professor, he wrote 5 specific trusts to save taxes. We're only talking about 2 of them here. You're not tax-free. I still pay food tax in Wade County. It's 2%. But when I buy the bad food, chips, soda pop, candy, ice cream, I have to pay 7.2%. I still pay gas tax and everything else. You're just saving federal and state income taxes. There's an entire team that works behind you. Julie's going to get you your EIN number and the letter for the bank. So you open up a new bank account and have all your receivables go into that new bank account. And then you'll file a 1040 tax return. We vet the CPA for you. And it's your decision if you use the CPA we introduce you to or your own CPA. But why is your own CPA not telling you how you can save all federal and state income taxes? Now, the law firm was started 78 years ago. There's over 800,000 clients. Not a single trust has ever been audited. Paul Benson has passed away. Now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm. And when you become a client, they will send you a certification saying if you get questioned by the IRS, they're going to defend you free of charge. You've got nothing to lose but 30 minutes of your time to see how much you could be saving. Set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me at www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.